Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And once again, it is the Barnes, Michael, and Renee from the couch. Matt on the way. It's Masters Friday. How's everybody doing this morning?
I'm doing well.
What happened? No,
Renee's asking something.
Oh, I know what it is. Okay, yeah. We're good now, right? Little technical difficulties to get started. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's Masters Friday. We're so pumped. There's so much to talk about. The Yankees, beginning a big 3-game series in Baltimore this weekend, and the Mets having their home opener, which was crazy that it was postponed yesterday. Yesterday was like a complete summer day. Has to be one of the most embarrassing postponements that we've ever seen, to be honest. But today's clear, should be a good day. But of course, we want to start talking about the Masters, the 87th Masters at Augusta National. So much to unfold here, but just to give you a live update here, right now, and he's currently through 6 holes on his second round, Brooks Koepka leads the way, 8 under par. So turning back the clock, Brooks shot 65 yesterday and really gave us that feel, that
How we living, boys? Jay Bird.
The intensity that
Jay Bird, we're living good, dude.
As a 4-time major champion. Can he recapture glory? Sitting tied for second. How about Jason Day? 3 under par for the 35-year-old California native. Can he add a second major championship to his repertoire? How about Victor Hovland? He hasn't won a major before, but his talent is through the roof as he sits at 7 under par. John Rahm, I have to say, really captured the magic over at Augusta National yesterday, starting with a double bogey on 1, rebounding to shoot 7 under par, tied for second. Cam Young, who was a stone's throw away from winning last year's Open Championship, sits at 5 under par. How about Gary Woodland, who won the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach in 2018? He's 4 under. And of course, our defending champion, Scottie Scheffler, 4 under par, will tee off at 10 a.m. So many storylines to unfold. Of course, we have to mention Tiger Woods had a little bit of a tough day on the course yesterday, shooting a 2-over 74, his highest round since winning the Masters in his first round in 2005. He will need a good, solid day today to stay around for the weekend, something that he has always managed to do before. So I watched a lot of Tiger's round, Michael, and it was just a struggle from the beginning, salvaging pars. And I think the biggest thing that we know with Tiger, what gets him going, is making these long putts. And yesterday, putts that were 10 feet or greater, 1 of 12.
That can't happen.
And Augusta's a place where you have to be so precise. So to have those numbers, it's a little tough to expect to really, go on a run. So he tees off 12:54. And just to give you an idea of what his round looked like, he parred the first 2 holes, bogeyed 3, parred 4, bogeyed 5, parred 6, bogeyed 7. So he shot, 3 over par through 7, did find a birdie on 8, a par on 9 to shoot 38 in the front. Looking at the back, he parred 10, bogeyed 11, parred 12 through 14, birdied 15 and 16 to get him to 1 over par, parred 17, but unfortunately missed a medium range par putt at 18. to shoot 74. Currently sitting at tied for 53rd. Projected cut line is +1. I would expect that to go down just because of the weather coming. I don't know if they'll be able to get all of the golf in today. So they did move up the first tee times by a half hour as Brooks Koepka makes his par on 7 to stay at 8 under par.
That's your boy.
I am excited about the return of Brooks. We'll
good
talk
for the
more
game.
about that. But could we update us on our comments here, Michael?
Okay, so do you want me to do it in the
From the top.
Okay, so how we living, boys, from Jay Bird
Jay,
047.
salutations, brother.
You'll be seeing him soon at 11:30 p.m.
On screen time.
Prefer the Hobbit. Hey, Jay. Barnes needs to replace Jim Nance on the Masters broadcast.
We got to send him the video.
Prefer Happy Easter, DTV. I'm pretty
Happy
sure
Easter
he's
to
definitely
you,
Barnes.
Prefer.
He's definitely Happy Easter to you, Prefer. He's definitely seen it, Barnes. He has social media and he follows Downtime TV.
There we go.
But I appreciate you thinking of him like that. Who's your pick, Barnes, for the Masters?
So before the tournament.
Whoa. You have to do it in the voice.
Before the tournament, I took a look at defending Open champion Cameron Smith, who has since defected to the LIV Tour, playing in his first big tournament since the FedEx Cup playoffs. But the thing is, he is 6 shots back, has not teed off to my knowledge today. But if I honestly, in all seriousness, had to give an updated pick, Brooks looks so locked in. It's hard for me to think that all of the pain that he's endured since winning his second PGA championship in 2019, all the failures. I know, he's had a couple cups of coffee, 2 LIV wins, and that 2020 Waste Management title. But we know he's always said that he lives for major championships, and being on LIV, not getting to be playing in front of this type of crowd very often, I think he really wants to seize this opportunity. And if I had to give a revised selection, I would go with Brooks Koepka, but there definitely are going to be some contenders. And I know Scotty sits 4 shots back, but you know that you can never underestimate the heart of a Masters champion. So we'll see. But honestly, we know Koepka's outspoken. We know the rivalry that he had before defecting with Bryson DeChambeau. Seems like they've kind of ironed it out. But Bryson, his game has been terrible since going to LIV. He hasn't won over there. He shot 74 yesterday, and he's 3 over through 8 today. So not looking like he's going to stick around for the weekend. But I just think that, Koepka, the intensity is what I respect. And I know he looked terrible in the Full Swing documentary on Netflix. But I just think all it takes is a little taste, of success for him to really kind of get that confidence back that he lost. But I think a lot of it had to do with injury. But I think winning last week, leading at the Masters now after missing the cut last year, I think that was very discouraging for him. I think it's huge to be where he is right now as DJ
100%.
Taps in for birdie to move to 2 under after 2 holes. Dustin Johnson, the former Masters champion, at 2 under par. But I don't think it's going to be easy for Brooks, but like I said, I do sense that confidence. But I think John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler will have something to say about that. Maybe Jason Day. I'm all for nostalgia, Michael, and I know you are too. It's like an athlete who, let's say, the 3 or 4 years has had waning production and then has one of his best seasons of his career in his upper 30s. Like, that stuff always has excited me. The return to glory, as Jim Nance called Tigers' 2019 win.
Very beautiful. I love it as well. I'm a big believer. For example, you're not gonna care, but the Pink Ranger who played her, the original Amy Jo Johnson, she posted on Instagram her story this morning, a video of her when she was in her what she thinks is her prime or whatever, doing cartwheels and fucking flips and splits. She goes, when my body used to be able to move like that. And I just been thinking, like, you can still do that.
Right.
Like, it's going to take time to get there. Yeah, you're 50 and yeah, you haven't whatever in 10 years, but you got to do it. If you want to do it, you can do it. Like, I totally love the comeback story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, contending at a high age. And speaking of a comeback story, I think he won the Masters, I want to say, in 1992. Fred Couples, 63 years old, shot a 1 under par 71 yesterday. That's so impressive. Freddie Couples always had one of the smoothest swings.
What about a
PGA
comeback by Buffer in the heart of Barnes with Barnes #1? And then he says, thanks for the show on a Good Friday.
I have to say, I think Preferred to Hobbit has been humbled by the weak play of the New York Mets.
Oh,
and maybe he realizes that he was taking too much of a big bite out of that apple hanging from the tree.
I'm sorry, Buffer.
Going after the New York Yankees. There was no need to do that here on Good Friday. How could you ever think of such a thing? But, just
He
also,
never did.
Looking at some other contenders here, Justin Rose, who won the Pebble Beach after not winning, I think it was for 3 years, sits at 4 under par. He's 1 under through 2 today, and he obviously, is a former major champion himself. And then you got to give congratulations to Sam Bennett, 23 years old, an amateur, 4 under par 68 yesterday, still playing in college. I mean, that is so tough to do. So you love to see that. Jordan Spieth, the former Masters champion, sitting here at 3 under par. He'll tee off at 10:24. So momentarily. How about Phil? We talked about Phil in our intro yesterday. He shot 71 yesterday. Phil, I think at this point is 54 years old, if I'm not mistaken, 54 or 55. And he's 1 under through 5 today. And there's been a lot of talk about, he looks very frail, very thin.
Really? I don't think so.
But look up Phil Mickelson weight loss.
Yeah, but what's funny? Have you heard him break down hitting a ball? It's honestly ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have seen stuff in the past.
No, it's recent.
But
I got you.
I got
you. Like, I don't got you, bro. He does look
a
little
frail. All the way to the right.
Fudge to goals, my God. Oh. What is he, all vegan?
Yeah, look at that. But right, compared to how he used to.
Well, what is he, all vegan or something?
I don't know.
Or is it?
But I hope he's okay. That's what Stacks, who I was with yesterday, he's his favorite player, and he said he's a little concerned that he's sick.
He does look sick. Holy shit.
I hope he's okay. I don't know. Just if it's just that he lost a lot of weight, but I don't know. Something seems off about it. So hopefully, he's okay, but obviously playing well so far. JT shot 2 under yesterday. He tees off 118.
He looks Smith, good there, though. That's like,
yeah.
They took a bad photo of him. That, like, he looks healthy there.
No, you're right.
Right?
You're right. Cam Smith, like I mentioned, 2 under as well. He's got a 130 tee time. Mike Weir, he was leading not momentarily, but just for a quick brief moment yesterday. He ends up shooting an even par 72. He's in his 50s, and won this tournament 20 years ago. So
Barnes,
impressive for him to shoot even par on day one. What's up, Michael? Sam Bennett has birdied his first hole to move to tied for 5th at 5 under. The amateur looking to surprise the patrons at Augusta National. What's up?
So the way you talk about this, the age and this and that, are you saying that, is there like some part of you that, DTV blown up, Sportsport division running you, all the jazz, right? Is there a part of you that feels like, hey, I dedicate hours, because picture that lifestyle for you, it's very flexible for you to do this. Maddie with the strict workout thing,
flexibility,
everything, all that jazz. You doing the golf part. We obviously can afford a dope teacher. Also, we'd obviously document the whole experience. Is there a chance that you might try to make a run at it in those like older days?
There was somebody and kind of to basically agree.
And I like to say, I think we should change it and say that they're 45 years young.
Oh yeah,
right. Because if you think about it, they are young.
Oh, like, exactly. But there was somebody last year at the U.S. Open at Brookline in Massachusetts. He's never played on a tour or anything. He's just an average golfer, and he qualified. And he's like 50-something years old. So if somebody like that could do that,
it's funny.
Somebody like me could do that. So I would love it.
One of my he technically didn't coach me in high school. He was the freshman coach at Ludlow before. And now he's actually the head coach. He's killing it there. Shout out Coach Daly. I consider him a coach.
He was on The Dream Is Free.
Yeah. He's a fucking sick golfer.
Really?
I need you guys to connect. You guys would have a grand old time.
Dude, absolutely. That'd be great. Yeah, 100%.
I'll definitely reach out because he golfs all the time, wins.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And I know you're a winner.
I try my best, Michael. But, obviously, so, just looking at today, I think there's a couple of things that we have to keep in mind. Conditions are good right now. I was looking at the weather forecast before. I would imagine, I don't know, maybe early to middle afternoon, I would say by 3 o'clock, you would think the rain would be coming down. Clear right now. And, so you think about that as you're trying to make cuts and whatnot. And Tiger, I think I said 12:45 is his tee off. So the thing with that is, let me just make sure here. Why is this? I don't know what. Okay. 12:54. So you hope that he's able to get in like more than half of his round before the rain comes. And I know like Saturday is going to be like, I think it says 100%. Excuse me, 100% chance of rain.
Need a water?
No, I got my coffee. I'm good. But it's going to be somewhat challenging for him to make the cut, putting himself in this 2-over hole. So I just, I really hope he's able to come out hot today. And just, get to even par by the turn. I think if he does that, he'll be fine to make the cut. But he's definitely put himself in a predicament. I would imagine his putting to be, a lot more sharp today. Of course, but we'll see. And a kind of an interesting question for you, Michael, because I don't know what you're going to say here. So, Tiger excluded, Ricky not in the field. Who would you like to see be the 2023 Masters champion the most?
I'm going to shock Brian and the world. The one, Koepka Brooks.
Yeah, the intensity. Like
I've always liked him.
He'll rip your head off.
I've always liked him.
He's always had a chip on his
Wasn't
shoulder.
that the dude that got in a fight with the other dude for being a chief?
Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree more. And the fact that he won 4 majors in the course of, I want to say it was 3 years, is just really impressive. And especially 2 U.S. Opens. That is so hard to do, and to win them back to back like that. I think only a couple people have done that. So I mean, he was so dominant, and I want to say he's like 32 at this point. I think there's a lot of good golf as long as that knee can stay healthy. So this is going to be just so much fun to watch, and as the show continues on, we will give you some updates from Augusta. But for now, let's actually go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here's Matthews. Scores! Hat-trick goal!
My goodness, this is a great shot.
Big hit on the far side by McCarr. He flattens Jordan Stahl. Oh, my goodness. Gets the gun right back. Terrified and robbed by Shesterkin. That's brilliant from Igor Shesterkin. It's a breakaway to win it in overtime. McDavid scores the winner in overtime.
All right. So a game that we felt was pretty much in the bag, and almost you could kind of I was telling Tony.
Shoot! Breaking news: the Rangers suck.
I honestly did not think you would stoop to that level, Michael.
Wow, I got him tight.
No, not that tight.
No, but dude, that's comedy. I got you.
No, I mean it is comedy. But a couple of things, like I said, I thought they would maybe play around with some line combinations, and maybe St. Louis was motivated. Tarasenko playing for the Rangers, the guys wanting to prove that they're still a good team despite trading away some of their guys. And Tarasenko did have a goal, but they just unfortunately in OT, you got Halak in net, 1:16 into the OT, lets up the goal, and that's it. But this was a game that was tight, early on, and no goals in the first. Toropchenko with a goal in the second made it 1-0 Blues. Tarasenko tied it up with a power play goal, his 18th in the third. You had Pitlick, his 7th, made it 2-1 Blues, and then 2 minutes before the end of the third, Trocheck, a power play goal. That was very exciting. I was watching it live. That made it 2-2, so you felt pretty good going into OT. But like I said, Kampanen, minute 16 in, you lose 3-2. But really, other than just kind of a confidence thing, a sense of pride, big picture, it doesn't mean too much, as Brooks Koepka has eagled the par 5/8 to move to 10 under par and is now 3 shots clear of second place between Jason Day, Victor Hovland, and John Rahm. So very impressive stuff out of Koepka. This seems like he could run away with this thing. I mean, obviously that doesn't happen too much, but if he does, what a story that would be. And I'm sure
what a story to see.
I'm sure Greg Norman would see it as a win for Liv, but there's been reports that have came out too that Brooks, is like kind of questioning his decision to go to Liv. And I think wins like this really make him question that, because I think the whole reason, and it's funny because we talk about his intensity, Michael, and stuff, but I think the whole reason he went to Liv in the first place is because he wasn't sure if he was capable of winning tournaments again, so he just wanted guaranteed money.
Oh, 100%.
But so how do you, because I mean, obviously, like,
not even just that, that's just a quick bag, dude.
Right. But I mean, so do you
let me get my money now, go win.
But does that change, like, do you
I'm
that
sorry,
but that doesn't take anything away for you, or no?
No, the one thing that it does take away from me is when Anthony tries to steal the show.
Wow.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, sir. Was it late night last night?
No, actually not at all, dude. It was kind of an early night for me last night.
Allergies?
Yeah, dude. I woke up probably like, I don't know, maybe half hour ago, 35 minutes ago.
Coffee yet?
No coffee, no nothing, dude. I woke up to Michael's text saying that he missed me and asked if I wanted to surprise video in the show. And I was like, yeah, I mean, how could I not,
Were you?
Dude, summer 2023 vibes, dude.
Were you able to catch any of the Masters tournament?
Were you?
Dude, it's actually funny you say that, because
me and my dad were watching it while we were cooking.
No, yeah, me and my dad were watching it with my mom as we were baking.
Oh, anything stand out to you?
From the baking or from the Masters?
From the Masters.
I thought, like, who's that dude? I don't know, for Sam Anderson.
No, Sam Bennett, the amateur. He's
Sam Bennett, the
5 for 5th.
Yeah, dude,
Matt,
the amateur.
Put up on your screen.
No, yeah, he played really well, I thought. John Rahm at first, I think when we were talking about it, he wasn't doing so well. So I kind of like almost
won and then shot 9 under the rest of the way.
Yeah, that was super impressive. Scotty Scheffler, I feel like, wasn't doing too well. Was doing decent. I think when I saw him, he was even, and then he ended up going 3 under, I think, yesterday.
4 under, actually. But
4 under.
He's on a heater. He just eagled number 8, and he's 10 under. 3 under.
That's unbelievable, dude. Rory was just like getting the shaft, I feel like. Yeah, he really was, dude. Yeah, Tiger also blowing it a little bit. Happy Easter,
happy Easter.
Very giving mood today.
Yeah, he's very nice today.
Yeah, yeah. It must be the Masters, dude. I'm actually excited. After this, to put it on, make some breakfast, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, Tony with the golf. I told you, Michael,
Come
I would
on,
get him
Tony.
there.
Come on.
I think before we know it, you're going to be pulling it up on your laptop, honestly. Yankees win. Can you give me something on that? Is there a day where you see that happening at some point?
Me being into golf?
No, not like, but I'm saying, or just just wanting to see it check out the coverage for a little bit.
Dude, I will. You invite me, Barnes. I'll
A
chill
Masters
and
party.
I'll chill out with you in a Masters party.
A Masters party.
But of course, it has to be on Easter weekend,
Wilson.
which complicates things. Otherwise, we'd be watching Sunday at Augusta together. But
dude, you have
Next major.
15 screens.
next major tournament, the PGA, we got to do it.
I want
Flag
to go.
it.
I want to go golfing soon, dude.
Let me know.
Let me know.
Fair enough, Tony.
I'm absolutely down.
And then
Let's
we
do it.
know
Jay too. We got to bring Jay.
and Matt. So we
Yeah,
got
Jay's
and
like-
Renee.
and
Even though
Renee.
hates it,
So
but
we
I
got
think
two-
she would do it for one day. If we,
I
could
think
do-
Renee would.
Yeah.
I think Renee would do it for 3 holes, maybe.
I wanted to ask you though, Tony. So did you watch the game yesterday, the Rangers?
I did. I watched the whole game yesterday too. Got a lot of sports in yesterday, dude. I even watched some of the Braves Padres game too.
I was watching the end of that. That was exciting. You know what's funny? Actually, before
Yeah.
I asked you about the Rangers, I know because you said you were watching the game. So did you watch it to the end or no? The Braves?
No, because the Rangers game came on before.
Oh, okay. So I
over. Yeah.
finished. I only watched the last like 5 minutes, but so the game-winning hit. Rosario was on second, and Arcia hit like a sinking liner to center, and I literally go to Pooch. He's gonna be in there by a mile. That's a nice win, and then he doesn't slide. Literally, the throw comes in to the left, and he must have passed the catcher by an inch, so he couldn't tag him. But it was like so close, and I just go.
Oh my god,
where I'm
that's so
like,
funny.
yeah, no chance he gets him. No chance.
But yeah, that was an exciting game because I feel like the Braves were hot immediately. And
Hey, we're not talking baseball right now. What the hell?
Well, we'll just
and then I
walk-
was
No.
yeah, it's
gonna
totally
be
fine.
here
Yeah.
for a little.
All right.
What the heck are you guys doing?
But anyway, Rangers.
We're
All
hot.
right, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tony,
okay,
you're
all
talking
right.
hockey.
Disappointing.
The Rangers
loss.
suck. You don't want to talk about the
I
Rangers
mean,
sucking?
But I was telling Michael that it has nothing to do with the playoffs. Our spot is cemented. I mean, like we said, we most likely weren't going to pass the Devils anyway.
Never will.
But I mean, what was your overall like? I mean, do you think it matters at the end of the day that much that we lost to St. Louis?
Yeah, it matters. It's a
I
big-
mean, no, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, obviously, you still want like some good momentum going into the postseason, right? Going into the playoffs. But, against St. Louis here, I don't know. I just think there was a kind of a lack of offense. I know a lot of people were talking about, load managing Shesterkin, which is, kind of why you saw Halak in between the pipes last night, which he did pretty well. Honestly, he made a lot of big saves. I mean, it was just like,
Yeah, it's
pretty
a tough
tough
game.
that overtime loss. I mean, it was just, that play in overtime, I forget who it was. It might have been Panarin or maybe whoever was on the ice just overskated the puck. And then it was just like a 2-on-1 going the other way. And there was no communication between Panarin and Trocheck. And they ended up just like basically defending the same guys that defending the open man. And there was no shot for Locke to make that save. And, it was just pretty tough. I feel like all game that line was making mistakes. I mean, I think Panarin made another mistake early on when when the Rangers were up 1-0. Panarin again was just like skating in our offensive zone here, and it was just like he was just like holding the puck and skating and like all the defenders were just kind of collapsing on him as the both of you go to your cell phones. And
I'm doing Twitter stuff for downtime. Barnes is just ignoring you.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Anyway, and Panarin is just like skating around, and like at this time he's in all these defenders on him. He's not passing, and just gets the puck stolen from him, and it's like an odd man rush going the other way. And St. Louis scores, so it was just like I think really stupid plays, stupid mistakes. I think by the Rangers that really hurt them. And again, holding the puck like Panarin did seemed to be a theme for the entire game. I think they had like 24 shots on goal, and you got to tip your hat to Jordan Binnington. He had some really great saves. Rangers, I think one of their biggest mistakes that they could actually work on that seemed like an issue to me was not being able to capitalize on rebounds. It seems like, they would get like a good opportunity and a good shot. And Biddington would kick the puck away or something like that, or dribble out in front of them, and Rangers either would not be there, would be caught up in a body, or have their stick caught up and not be able to capitalize on a rebound, which happened, on more than a couple occasions. So I mean, you're thinking about Rangers kind of puck retention and capitalizing on rebounds. It easily could have been like a 5-3 game at that point, but. I mean, those little mistakes. I mean, it's against St. Louis. You had the nice tribute video for Tarasenko and Mikkola as well. I know you mentioned Tarasenko scored and everything. That was pretty nice. That was actually off of a rebound. I think Zibanejad had a nice shot on goal, and it just popped out. Tarasenko's there, and he just like puts one past Binnington. I mean, that is what they should have been doing all game, but they weren't. And I think a couple stupid penalties. Kind of put them on the power play. I think they had a couple power play goals, which was nice. And they actually both of their goals came on the power play, I think, if memory serves correct. But no, I'm not looking really that far into this game. Like you said, it sucks because it's against St. Louis, but I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like Rangers are maybe in a spot where they're like, hey, we're in the playoffs. Like, let's not necessarily, take our full throttle here, but maybe they were kind of overlooking the Blues a little bit last night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And one thing that I was impressed with, and because I'm trying to think, I think I caught it from like the third period on, but that Trocheck's goal there at the end, I mean, that was nice on the power play.
Yeah, it really was. I think he again, you look at who scored, Tarasenko and Trocheck, two guys, you attained this season. I love Trocheck so much. I know you were a little hard on him at first, but he really is just a great, like, all around player. He's got great vision on the ice for the most part. He doesn't really do things that are wrong, and he capitalizes easily. He's got good, like almost like a reflex. He just like knows where to go.
Yeah, no, and I do agree with you. And I think where I struggle sometimes is it's so tough for me not to just look at the numbers and just be like, this guy's got to have 30 goals. This guy has to have 55, 60 assists.
Mm.
Otherwise, he seems like not that significant of a player. But I know you always talk face-off percentage, Tony, and I know he excels at that.
Yeah, I think he's probably got like a 56 point something face-off win percentage, which is great. I mean, you win more than half your face-offs. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is going to be just so interesting. I mean, it really seems like at this point, I mean, especially with this loss, I mean, and I think, did the Devils win last night?
I actually don't know. Let's double check here.
It was like
they did. They destroyed the Blue Jackets, which is expected,
But it's basically impossible for it not to be not to be them playing in the playoffs. So it was so funny too. I was with Stacks last night.
Oh boy.
Just being like, and I thought I'm bad with like just being like over optimistic.
Yeah.
He's literally being like so confident they're gonna win the whole thing and like that they're gonna sweep the Rangers. That's what he was saying.
That's ridiculous. He must have heard me talking yesterday.
And he probably heard Michael talking too.
Yeah. Oh boy. Little does he know about Michael.
That I'm so accurate with my golf picks.
And he actually, I'm trying to think what it was. I want to say it's $300 a ticket, decent seats, and him and his dad got tickets. They don't know what day it is, but for the first playoff game, which will, obviously at this point be at home.
Oh, it's so sick, dude.
So, yeah, he was definitely excited about that. It is kind of tough. I no matter what sport we're talking about, baseball, football, hockey, basketball, I do hate this part in the season because I just feel like, you're just thinking playoffs and it's like the games almost feel like they don't matter.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel these games, I mean, it's the last bit of hockey you're going to see for a lot of these teams. And honestly, I don't know if you noticed, but around the league, you saw a lot of games get really physical. And you saw like the Rangers, Rangers didn't have a physical game, but the game against the Capitals, there were some fights. I think you saw last night the Red Wings at the buzzer like started like the buzzer of the third period before overtime. I think they started fighting like center ice, like the Red Wings and the Sabres. Like it was honestly ridiculous. So I think you're seeing a lot of like tensions high. Buffalo, who's a team that was like itching for the playoffs, aren't going to make it. The Red Wings, obviously, another year of not making the playoffs. Like, I think you're seeing a lot of good hockey towards the end of this season, dude. So I'm pretty pumped. You saw the Bruins had a close one with the Maple Leafs too. They won 2-1 in overtime last night. I think you saw the Senators too. I think the Panthers like clobbed the Senators, and they were fighting at the end of the game too. So I still think it makes for good hockey, even though these games don't matter.
Yeah, and I think it's just tough because the playoffs are just so close, and just thinking about the playoffs, it's gonna be so exciting. I mean, there's nothing like the playoffs, and I know it is very stressful and nerve-wracking, but it really is the best. Like you're so engaged because a regular season game, of course, you want to win, but you don't have that rush, that sense of nervousness that you do with a playoff game.
Oh no, and it's just like every game like fucking matters like so much, dude. It's kind of outrageous, and you see like you see upsets, you see games go either way. I think Devils Rangers too. I mean, you think about the rivalry. It's going to be literally like everyone is going to be just on the edges of their seats the whole game, every game of that series.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it's going to be legendary.
Legendary, dude.
I know we're not there yet, and I don't know what could really change between now and then. But are you like what are you anticipating in terms of length for the Devils and the Rangers series game wise?
Maybe 5 or 6 games. I don't think it's gonna go 7.
Yeah.
Someone's walking in right now.
Someone's what?
The legend with the box of Joe.
Matt's coming in right now with coffee, and it looks like Sweetadels.
Wow.
And he's got a personal coffee. Wow. He's coming in hot. A tradition like no other. It's only the cups and sugar and
I think
shit
that'll
and all
do
that.
quite well.
I thought you'd actually be a goat.
Brooks makes 9 to stay 10 under par here.
Maybe.
Scheffler with an early bogey to drop back to 3 under. He's currently on the 3rd hole.
Just finished.
But yeah, so the Rangers' next game will be Saturday, in Columbus against the Blue Jackets. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, do you think any type of way where they kind of dial back ice time, Tony, for some of the regulars, or what are you thinking?
Honestly, if I were to guess with Gallant, I would say no. Just because he wants people to be warm, I think, for the playoffs. So I don't think you're going to see maybe you see the kid line get some more minutes, but other than that, no one's going to be not playing around their usual time.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so we're so close. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And but you know what else I'm excited for? The world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
I don't know how many times it's going to take me to not be amazed at that video. I really don't, Tony. I know it's getting to the point where I can't believe it's week 17.
Honestly, it was my first time kind of seeing it on the other end here, and it's a well-made video, I will say.
And when you get a chance, Sport, could you send me the link or just the info on that song? I feel like I need to hear the full version.
Oh my!
Yeah. I can do that. I'm gonna edit right after this. So I'll have my hard drive from downstairs, and I'll message it to you. Sorry, dude. But I'll message it to you, dude.
So obviously, baseball here.
I'm the
one thing I'm just curious because I know, obviously, big Mets household over there in Staten Island. Was there a lot of chirping going on yesterday about the ridiculousness of the Mets home opener being canceled?
The Mets,
yeah.
Put him to the test. The Mets. The Mets.
Yeah, my mother was actually probably more upset than anyone in the house. It seemed it's pretty funny. Because she was like asking, she was like, "Oh, like don't the Mets play today?" I was like, "Oh, like no, like game got postponed." And she was like, "Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because there's like a big storm coming at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, so it's probably when the game starts." And I was like, "Well, actually, Mom, the game starts at 1:10 in the afternoon. It was supposed to be." And she was like, "Well, what the fuck is that about?" So,
his ass, everybody.
definitely like a little upset there, but it's all right because we watched the Masters. My mom had a lot of questions about the Masters, which was pretty funny. But I guess we have some nice Friday afternoon baseball here in the house, which isn't terrible, but it is kind of outrageous because it was like sunny and nice.
That's what I was gonna say. It was perfect here. Same over there for the duration of when the game would be.
Tony, great hat, dude. I love that.
Dude, I found this hat in my storage over here. It's a nice fitted cap, dude. Haven't worn it probably since like high school.
Dude, it looks sick.
Let's welcome Matthew.
How are you,
in the building. How you doing, bud? Good, bud.
Wow, nice reach, dude.
Without the cord popping out for once. You just missed it though. Right before you got here, Michael was talking about how he is earning to get on the golf course.
Yearning.
It's yearning.
Thank you. He's earning.
Can't wait. No, I didn't even mean it. Like that.
Just a nice, beautiful sunny day with the boys out there on the course, having a good time, swinging it, hitting some good drives, making some sick putts.
Oh, it'd be sick.
Are we thinking by the end of the month? What's the consensus here?
By the end of April.
I feel like it'll happen. I don't know. Like it'll happen.
Yeah.
I say the weekend of the 21st.
There we go. Done.
End of the month, right? That's probably the last weekend. Well, actually, maybe not.
Whatever. The last week, we'll just say.
Yeah, last week, dude.
Get loose. And while Matt is here, I just wanted to ask him before we talk about baseball.
Dude, this is the baseball stuff. You can't talk about any other sport.
Don't break protocol here.
What do you think though about Koepka? Blazing through Augusta, a 3-shot lead right now. Currently halfway through his second.
I haven't even seen any of it yet.
That's so embarrassing.
I know.
Victor Hovland, John Rahm, 3 shots back. They're tied, but Koepka, really hasn't. He hasn't won a major in 4 years.
It's on ESPN today, right?
Yeah, but if you go to Masters.com, you could watch any day on your laptop. All the coverage.
No, I know.
Dude, any day on your laptop, you can watch it.
Any day, anytime.
Yes, ESPN today.
And
for whatever reason,
Saturday, Sunday, it's CBS, right?
Not that I need it, Michael, but that monitor.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, no, just making sure you're.
No, I know. I need the charger.
He needs it. He needs the monitor.
But because have you always liked Brooks or no?
Yeah, I've never had like an issue with him. Was it?
I thought he was kind of a chief, dude.
Who's the beef again?
DeChambeau, and he's doing
and Koepka,
awful.
Right?
Yeah, I guess now they're okay since they play on Live.
Yeah. So the PGA invited a few Live golfers to the the Masters
if they qualified. So it's based on last year, and Brooks has a 5-year exemption to majors. And then if you win the Masters, lifetime exemption.
Wow.
So that's why like DJ and Patrick Reed. We'll always be able to play there. Should be a great weekend of golf. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to get on the course with you guys.
I can't wait, man.
But yeah, so obviously Yankees and Mets, return to the diamond today. One thing that I haven't really got to talk about with you, Matt, and I'm just kind of curious your thoughts. And I know we've mentioned it a couple times, but isn't it like every game? I feel like I keep getting more and more impressed with Gleyber Torres. Isn't it unbelievable what he's doing?
I mean,
all the pressure in his face.
Never expected it. Really, not a great start. Nobody really. I don't think anybody would have expected it, but
I expected it.
The best offensive player on the team right now.
And it's like you can't even consider trading him. It would be like asinine.
No, not now. Not now.
And then how I know like you never root for someone to get injured, but how is it that Donaldson pulled his hamstring?
Oh my God, dude! When I saw that, I thought of you, dude.
Sounds like you're rooting for it.
Oh, sounds like you were, dude.
Because that's the only way they're gonna bench him because they're so stupid. all the good things that they've done recently, and they have to just stick with that. But I think Peraza should be coming back up. I guess they haven't announced it yet.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice.
But yeah,
That'd be
Gleyber
nice.
in the middle of that lineup. DJ has been hitting out of his mind as well. That's really important.
Good to have DJ back. Big difference. Big difference.
I mean, he's the ideal leadoff hitter. The way his swing is, it really is unbelievable. So I think that's played a part in their hot start, especially offensively. And then Jose Trevino has actually been hitting well again. So I wonder if it was a case last year. People thought, oh, maybe he just couldn't maintain that pace of hitting for a high average, and just how he didn't hit well in the second half. But maybe it was just he was kind of worn out, hadn't played that many games before. Maybe they'll manage that better this year. They'll be able to stay more fresh down the stretch.
Yeah, I think so. It's a different year.
He's one of my
so stoked.
like for somebody who's not a star,
seriously.
even though he made the All-Star team last year. He's one of my favorites, honestly.
Dude, Trevino sucks, dude.
He's a leader.
Oh, absolutely.
He's great.
He's another one. He's like
defensively.
Nestor, like Mike said, like he loves just loves being a Yankee. He's got a lot of pride. He's pumped for it.
He's
loves it, dude. Loves being a Yank. Loves being a Yank.
Absolutely. And Nestor will get back on the hill tomorrow. And this series in Baltimore, I was saying, talking about this yesterday. It was something where you would assume, we'll win 3 out of 4. We'll win this series. We'll sweep them. I think what was it? They went 17-2 in 2019 against the Orioles. Obviously they're more competitive now. Dude, Mateo, remember Jorge Mateo?
Yeah.
He's been going off. He's hitting like over 300, stealing bases. And he's only 27.
He went
still.
to Oakland, right?
In the Sonny Gray deal. Yeah. So that's been big for them. But I look at this series just like I looked at the other 2 series. I mean, we're very early on in the season, and I feel like it's like just make sure you win 2 out of 3. I feel like that's just so big, especially
that's what my dad
series.
was saying the other night. He's like, that's how you got to do it. Just keep winning the series. Just keep winning series.
Right.
2 out of 3.
Obviously, it'd be
Every
nice
time.
to run off 10 in a row now, and if we can do that, great. But I think,
dude.
That's got to be the goal. And I like our advantage in the pitching matchup today. So it's actually 3:05. They're going to get underway. So kind of an odd start time. But Clark Schmidt, who was strong early and then ran into trouble in the 4th inning against the Giants, the second game of the season. He's opposed by Dean Creamer, a pitcher who's not bad, but I just feel like the way that the Yankee bats have been going, we should be able to push across a few runs early, give Clark that confidence, because I know his stat line wasn't good from his first start, but I did think his stuff looked pretty good early on.
Yeah, I agree.
Schmidt's going to get popped.
Yeah, totally.
But I think he can at least give him at the minimum 5 innings, 3 earned at the minimum.
Maybe the minimum, but maybe the minimum.
Go 5. You like to see him go 5, and
didn't even give up 2 would be obviously ideal, but we'll see.
Real quick,
what happens.
Keep it at bay.
What's that, Michael?
Let's go to the comments, please. Matt, where's my cup of coffee? Happy Easter from Prefer.
What's up, Prefer? Come to the studio again. There, she gave us like 15 cups in that bag.
15.
She did.
Oh yeah,
she did not.
You here too, dude.
Prefer. I want to play golf. Thoughts?
Well, yeah. Then we can get 2 foursomes going.
There we go. Prefer. We need you, bud. Come on.
Right.
Don't let us down now.
Prefer again. Your thoughts on the Mets? Francisco Alvarez called up to the majors.
Tell Prefer what I've been telling you about Francisco Alvarez.
So basically Brian was saying, Omar Narvaez injured is a godsend because you could bring up Alvarez. But I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I still think they're going to be probably starting Nito over him, obviously, anyway. But I don't know. I'm super pumped to see Alvarez in the major leagues. I mean, I would be an advocate for bringing up basically every one of our prospects. At this point, just to get something going on. Like bring up Mauricio, bring up Beatty. They've been absolutely killing it in the minors. I think Mauricio yesterday went like 2 for 4 with a dinger and like 3 RBIs. Like literally, they've been consistently doing so well. I know they don't want to bring up Brett because they want to get him more reps in defense, but I mean, I don't know, dude. Just like literally, like, I don't know, just bring them up, get more experience in the majors by playing in the majors. What was that, Mike?
Tony, you want them to do what the Yankees did with Volpe. Just bring up the young
No,
guns.
it has nothing to do with the Yankees for him.
It really has nothing to do with the Yankees.
It does have to do with the Yankees because we talked about the Yankees' hand being forced with the Donaldson injury. It's the same thing with the Mets. They should have brought up Alvarez before. Now their hands forced, and it's going to work out very well for them. I'm telling you, Alvarez is going to be a force in the middle of that lineup. That's the power that they need, the young bat speed.
No, yeah, I mean, I totally agree, and he's a great catcher too. I'm super pumped to see him in the majors. I love the call up. It does suck that it is on an Omar Narvaez injury because, unlike Yankee fans, I don't wish injury upon anyone.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to. Like we all know,
so you do. So you do wish you are happy about
really
Thompson's
good thing.
injury.
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Hicks.
but that's the truth because
I thought you loved Hicks.
And the management is forcing our hand. That's not our fault. So if they did the right thing, we wouldn't have to talk like this, but we do. So that's it, right? I mean,
They don't want to hear it.
But Matt, what type of if you had to give kind of a prediction for the game today, what type of game score wise and just like offensive wise, what are you kind of expecting to see?
6 or 7 runs from the Yankees, and like we were saying, Clark Schmidt, just go give us a nice 5-6
For the
five minimum, dude.
Day off yesterday, so
yeah, feeling good. Judge probably put one out. I can see Stanton putting one out as well.
Judge hit so well.
Glaber probably Glaber rakes there, so Glaber probably put those 3.
Whoa. All right, guys. I think it's just me right now. That's kind of weird. But I don't know what happened to Downtime TV. I think Michael must have flubbed something. Oh, I guarantee you his laptop died. That's probably what it was. Before says Volpe is the next Jeter. Now that's pretty interesting. Because thank God I'm in here.
Volpe.
Oh no.
Fingers, happy fingers.
There you go.
No, you guys, don't worry, guys. I got this, dude. I got it. Don't worry.
No.
Tony, welcome back, dude.
I think we got to pump the brakes on the Volpe's next Jeter narrative right now.
Wow,
dude, you're such a why? What's the issue? What's your issue, dude? Yeah. What's your
Mets fans are used to being negative. That's just how it is.
Can Tony talk, please? I'm going full screen Tony. That means Tony gets to talk.
By the way, LMAO.
What happened? I have heavy fingers, Jay. Okay, I swiped to the left with my 2 fingers. I got a MacBook Pro, and it sent me back in time, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought your honestly, Mike. I thought your laptop died.
Dude, super producer.
Volpe being the next Jeter. I just think that it's just like an unfair comparison. I think at this point in his career, it's an unfair comparison to Jeter. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to just get this narrative that he's gonna be the next Jeter. That's ridiculous.
What is
the
he?
man's?
Well,
he's done great in the minors. Obviously, he's a homegrown Yankee. He is from New Jersey. We know his whole story. But it's just how could you sit here and be like, oh, this is it, he's the next Jeter, Hall of Fame, retire his number already, oh wow, he's wearing number 11. Is that because 1 + 1 is 2 and that's Jeter's number? Oh my God, people are kind of absolutely ridiculous, I think, with that narrative, and it's just let the guy play, let his career feel out for himself. I mean, he's doing well.
Tony,
don't
it's one of those things though. We all know. I think we all know that there's obviously people who got out of control, but I think the way we look at it is, he has a lot of talent, and we expect him to do well. And I don't think we're putting he has to have his jersey in Monument Park.
I just kind of mean that too, bro. When I say, I don't want to speak for other people, but I think the majority of the fans, when we say that, I know, it's just it's the story. It's the same story as Jeter. He grew up, his dream was to be shortstop for the Yankees. Jeter was the same thing, and then they did it. And now this kid did it again. That's crazy.
We just think it's awesome.
It's 2 generations in a row that that's happened. The kid wanted to be, all they wanted to do was be shortstop for the Yankees. And do
you think Mets fans are getting jealous a little?
Kind of sounds like it in Tony's voice, Mike, right?
Yeah.
I'm just pulling it out.
It's fine. But
it's just it's so typical of Yankee fans, getting so cocky and overconfident. And then, it's just a shame, dude. I hope he gets injured, honestly.
No, he said he always gets injured, but we could go back and forth in this, forever. But what I just wanted to say, was Matt was kind of giving his prediction for the game. So you're basically saying a 7-3 type of game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think the same thing. Really agree on a lot of the points you said, and I'd like to see Stanton have a big game. He's hit a couple home runs, but he's also kind of struggled with contact. Only hitting 200 so far. But I expect Glaber, to perform well. Keep his hot streak going. Like we said, it's Camden Yards is a place that he's comfortable with. And I want to see the bullpen step up too. A nice clean outing from Michael King would be welcomed. He's definitely had some struggles. I hope the velocity gets up there and they just take it easy with him. Obviously, coming back from that torn ligament in his elbow, that's not something easy to come back from. But, I will kind of go with Matt here on the 7-3. I think that sounds pretty good to me. In a good way to start this series, because you win this game and then all it is to get your 2 out of 3 we talked about. You just win one game over the weekend and you have Nestor pitching tomorrow. You feel pretty good about that. And I was just curious too, if they announced Sunday's starter yet. Just loading this up here. It is going to be Herman, who did struggle in his first outing. So, be interesting to see if he can kind of settle down. A little less pressure there starting on the road versus Yankee Stadium. That always makes a big difference. What do you see, Tony, for this matchup and in this game tonight? I guess this afternoon.
I honestly do see Clark Schmidt doing really well. I do really like Clark Schmidt. I enjoy watching him. I think he's a great pitcher. He's got some great stuff, good pitch selection. I feel like, when his location is on it, he could be a really hard pitcher to try and hit against. So I would expect him to also go the distance. I mean, again,
he can go the distance.
Big Clark Schmidt fan. So, yeah, dude. So I'm thinking like maybe 6 2/3, like really like going
2/3. Let's go. Wow. Look at you.
Yeah, dude. 6 2/3. Maybe giving up like a 2-run dinger over there in the 7th inning, and not really being able to close it out, but nonetheless still having a great outing for him, being very efficient, keeping that pitch count low, just like striking batters out, causing a lot of ground balls and stuff like that with his breaking balls. I think he's going to be really good. And then offensively, I mean, how can you really not give the advantage here to the Yankees? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Mike's favorite, Rizzo, with a nice, maybe 3-run bomb in like the 5th inning to really pull away there. Give me the Yankees. I don't know, maybe like 5-2.
There we go. And I'm telling you, Michael,
there we go.
By the season, by the playoffs, you're going to be wearing a Rizzo jersey. It just
oh my God, dude!
You're usually
sounds like a threat.
That's all you'll be wearing, dude. Just that. Nothing else.
You're usually very spot on with stuff, and that's just like the rare time, Michael, where it was just an overstep. Honestly, I have to say, your percentage is usually 99.9%, but that was just a rare time.
Even Mariano lost.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it hurts.
Exactly. You're right.
It's an overstep.
Mariano, what was it? I think it was something like more people have walked on the moon than have scored against Mariano in the playoffs.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
You think Michael doesn't believe that?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys.
Real quick.
No. Settle down, Tony. Settle down, Daddy.
Settle down.
I said real quick.
All right, go ahead.
I go now because I gotta go make breakfast for the fam, and I'm gonna start editing and stuff.
Breakfast?
A very big project. Did you guys see the teaser? Actually,
No, I don't think they did.
No, I saw
Matt.
I didn't get a chance to see it. No, I wanted to watch it.
Legendary. Kepka just missing the break. Will stay 10.
It's actually the full teaser is actually on YouTube. Renee did a great job with the thumbnails. Very clean.
Amazing. Yeah, excellent job as always, Renee.
Yeah, I think she heard my voice in the back of her head screaming at her about thumbnails.
There we go.
No? Anyone? Anyway, dude, I got to go. Last thing, the Prefer says rumors on Mets Verlander coming back in 2 weeks. I think that sounds about right. I know last I checked, the MRI showed a reduced amount of swelling in his shoulder. So he's been throwing, trying to get back into it. So super stoked for that. And I think he's going to come back with an absolute vengeance. And God knows we need him to. So
there we go.
Yeah, you did.
There we go.
Tony, how'd you
just
get
like that, boys? What?
How'd you get a copy of the MRI? You looked at it?
I'm his doctor, actually.
Dr. Materiello.
But
they call me
Doctor.
Yo,
enjoy
Dr.
the day.
Tony.
Enjoy the Mets. Enjoy the
Yeah,
Masters.
Tony.
Say
Love you,
hello to the
dude.
family.
We miss you.
We
I
love
miss
ya.
you. I miss you.
Enjoy
Miss you,
your
bro.
Easter weekend,
I miss
buddy.
you more.
Miss you, bro. Bye, Tony. Love you, man.
I love you guys, too.
All right. We'll see you, bud.
What a delay.
You know what's actually funny? As
funny,
as
dude?
Tony signs off.
No, 'cause I
he
cut
didn't
him
even
off.
get a chance to talk about the Mets, but hey, I mean, I guess that's
He didn't want to, dude.
Yeah.
He's tight.
You want to talk about the home opener? Michael, was there something else with the comments or no?
No, that was it.
Oh, just about Verlander's injury.
Yes.
But
his phone just fingers away.
you know
You like that?
the
I love
Mets, the Mets
Sit
series
there
here
and
with the
enjoy it.
Marlins. I do
Fresh
feel like
Prince
it's a
with you.
tricky spot. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, they're starting out 3-4. I mean, you want to see them win 2 out of 3. So be interesting to see if they're able to do that. McGill versus Cabrera today. You know, I think this is going to be a tight series, maybe decided by a run or two. So it could go either way. But for Tony's sake, you know, we'll say the Mets somehow find a way 2 out of 3. You want to see him
Pete
start
Alonso
today.
walk off, baby.
And
Let's
it'll
go.
be interesting though. What happens if they
Peter.
get blown out today? Will the Boo Birds come out in City Fields?
No, they're not like that. They're used to it, so they're just praying that
It
it's
feels
not
normal.
like this. And I think no. Well, they usually start off hot, don't they?
Yeah. So they think, oh, now we're saving the best baseball for down the stretch, and then they're gonna lose in the first round of the playoffs again. But it's okay, right, Michael? It's okay.
Everything's okay, dude.
Oh man.
I don't know what you hate more, the Mets or Will Ferrell.
Oh, probably Will Ferrell.
Probably the Will Ferrell.
Probably the Will Ferrell.
I would say
Will
so.
Ferrell's-
Will Ferrell overall, but the annoying Mets fan, obviously not Tony, but the annoying Mets fan is more annoying than Will Ferrell, though I will say that. But the Mets in general, Will Ferrell's more annoying.
Imagine if Will Ferrell was an annoying Met fan.
Oh my God.
There wouldn't be a person you hated more on this earth, dude.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more with that. One thing I wanted to mention to you too, Matt, that I was riled to see Yankees last time out against the Phillies. Nice to see Clay Holmes strike out the side. I was getting a little nervous. The first outing wasn't good, but overall, I know we had that great run, then really fell off, rebounded towards the end of the year. But overall, I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel confident in him as our long-term closer.
No, me too, dude. He was nasty last year, and then he had the little dip.
Yeah.
But he's fine. He's gonna be good. I like him in that role, and you know the bullpen's solid. It's only gonna get better too. Kane, I can't wait to get Canely back.
That's gonna be nice. Pitching in the 6th.
Yeah,
because you got
basically
Marnaccio
taking the
and
place
King.
of like Chad Green.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
So
he's with Toronto,
Yeah.
right? But he might not pitch till like last month or two of the season, I guess.
why he's hurt?
Because remember last year he had Tommy John.
Yeah,
might have
I
been
think it was Tommy John.
So yeah, I love the way the bullpen looks. Obviously, it'll be nice to get Canely back, and then Rodon in the rotation. That's going to be ridiculous. And it's interesting. Do you think we know how they are with minor league options, but do you think like once Rodon and then eventually Severino come back, do you think as that fifth starter, I think they were planning on it being Clark or Herman, but do you think if Brito pitches the way he did his first start,
dude, first of all, it's sick that we saw that. It's his first start ever.
Yeah.
It's major league debut.
That's so cool.
He's nasty. He's sick. So
that's really cool.
5 innings. What he went? How would he go?
I think it was 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, no runs, 3 hits.
Yeah,
Nice.
solid. So I think they have something there. I think
And
they
you
do.
know what's sick?
I would love to see him get a few more opportunities. I really
1 week from
starts.
today, I will make my return to Yankee Stadium.
Nice. Who they playing?
The Twins.
Nice, dude.
So everyone else.
I think Ross was actually going to one of those games.
Really?
I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah. I saw one of his stories. He was at one, I guess, last weekend. I think it was the Yankee game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am just, we talk about it over and over, but it's like, I'm just so excited about this time of year. I mean, there's literally always something to watch between the
great.
golf, the Rangers playoff, the series against the Devils is going to be insane.
I know. Mike, how about that, dude? First round.
I told you guys that was
How
going to
about
happen,
it,
and
dude?
you guys, Barnes earlier in the season, he's looking up at me. Look at him.
What'd you
He
say,
said
Dream?
the Devils.
Continue. Tread lightly, but
The
continue.
Devils are going to not make the playoffs after we went on those. We started going on the losing streak,
remember that.
and we made the. Not only did we make the playoffs, but we surpassed the Rangers. And you said that the Rangers are going to win the Stanley Cup, and I think that you're going to get bounced by the Devils.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. You could say that. And obviously, listen, I mean, no one's denying that the Devils have one more regular season games. But, and I think, trying to think I don't know if they won the season series 2-1, but, as in any sport, the playoffs
no.
is a different animal.
It's just like, I think the kids are ready. And I think the Rangers should be scared.
That's for sure.
But you know what?
How about watching that all together? That's fucking nuts.
To relate it to golf, Michael, it's like somebody only competing in the Travelers Championship, winning 2 tournaments in 10 years,
In
and then they
Connecticut.
go to their first Masters.
Yeah, they can.
At Augusta
The
National.
Devils will.
And then shoot 20 over through their first 2 rounds and miss the cut.
No, they won't.
But in all seriousness, Michael, do you think you're gonna be like real locked in every game for the series?
Yeah,
Like you're excited. Like
I'm
you're-
pumped.
Yeah.
This is gonna be sick. I've been to a Devils Rangers game. Have you?
No, I've only been at one Rangers game and they played the Islanders.
Dude, Devils Rangers, nothing like it. It was Brodeur there. It was the dope goat team. I think it might have been 02 or 03, their Stanley Cup championship team. The Devils won. It was my birthday gift.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
November, I want to say they played the 29th or the 30th. It was one of the two.
Friday,
Okay.
Saturday,
And they
what
won in
day- what day was it,
overtime.
Michael.
I can't remember that. I was young. Every day's a Saturday, Friday, except for school days.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but they won in OT like 5-4 or something. It was so awesome. Such a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a shame. I wanted to go to a game this year, but the season just flew by.
Flew.
Yeah.
And now it's just like I said, I'm very excited about the playoffs, but I'm so like just dialed into the Yankees. I mean, everybody already knows this, but I don't know. It just, I just
really,
love-
I don't think they do.
I just love the thought. Oh, I'm gonna watch the game in a little bit. Like I just love thinking about that. Like it's just the best, honestly.
It's dope.
And
Matt doesn't understand.
It'll never be. It'll never be
fake fan.
matched
Look at him.
because no sport even comes close to
He's not a
162
real
games,
fan.
Michael. I mean, want to talk about hard work,
Pretends with Barnes.
dedication, Michael. I mean, come on, like you're the epitome of that. 162 is a
course.
grind.
Playing house.
Oh, dude. You know, like I said, basketball, the product of basketball is worsened. That's
it
why
sucks
Jordan's
ass, dude.
if you want to know what it smells like, that is it.
Are you gonna watch the playoffs? Though?
Sucks
Oh
ass.
yeah, the Knicks are in it.
But only the Knicks or
No,
everything?
no, I
like,
watch
but
it
you're
all.
actually excited or kind
Yeah,
of?
I got You know, it's partial. Like, let's say if I wasn't doing this,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be.
Would you be for the
Like
Knicks
excited,
even if you
you
weren't
mean?
doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you wouldn't really care.
Knicks. Yeah, I wouldn't be excited. What was your question?
Like for the other teams, the rest of the league. Let's say
No, I wouldn't be
past the
watching
part
it.
where the Knicks are in the playoffs. But you even
Now I am.
But what about a Giannis Embiid Eastern Conference Final?
Dude, I would love that. I love that. I just saw a thing that Thomas wouldn't be in the league if his brother wasn't in the league. But I know you
I
guys
mean,
know
I
that.
think we all can agree with that.
One of them just got suspended. I saw like a couple days ago. One of the Giannis brothers, or one of Giannis's brothers.
Probably Thanias.
He
Thanias.
pushed somebody. Or
He
something.
might have his
Like,
Raptor in the Knicks
jersey in
one
the
time.
Knicks
Yeah.
Raptors.
one of these days. The second round pick.
Come on,
Come on, Michael. Come on. Who are the Knicks? Do we know who they're gonna play for the?
No. Did they announce it yet? No. Let's see. Are we
I
going
wanna
NBA?
Yeah.
Are we done with NHL?
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty much
Done with the show?
almost.
In the world.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right.
All right.
dude.
So no, I
No.
did see this. No. In all seriousness, they're gonna play the Cavs.
In all
They are
seriousness.
going to play the Cavs,
Yeah.
Michael.
How
How do you
poetic
feel about
justice.
that,
They're
though?
going to win.
Like
There's no. I mean, I could see it being scripted where Mitchell goes off and it's like the Knicks should have gotten him.
Right.
Right? Can't you see that?
Perfect
Of course.
narrative.
Or it could
Imagine
go.
if they
The
got
Knicks. The Knicks could maybe potentially go to the fucking Eastern Conference Finals though.
Mhm.
And then the narrative is we didn't need him. We didn't need anyone. We need someone else though.
right.
After they lose, and you know what it is, what it is. But and then like, would you still want Julius Randle? No, still trade him.
What about a championship?
Trade him.
Wow.
You know why? Because
Finals
it's
MVP.
over. It's over.
Finals MVP. You don't
Fine.
think
he deserves to stay? No. If he goes on,
Holy Renee with the balancing act.
Renee hitting her head on the sandbag, Tony,
What the fuck?
of the light. head first diving into it for some reason.
No, but I really do hope they go on a run. I think that'll be a great series, and I think they just got to really key on Donovan Mitchell. Maybe they have to double team because he's gonna be, but he's gonna be extra motivated to show.
I love Jalen Brunson,
but to show that
and
you
IQ.
guys should sign me.
That.
I'm gonna make you pay for it. You're gonna regret it from the second this series tips off. But Jalen Brunson is great. We'll give you that. And Luka misses.
What about
IQ?
IQ?
IQ, yep.
6th man of the year, dude. His stats are freaking crazy.
And Obi's stepping in, dude.
He just had 34 the other night. Him, Toppin, IQ, and Quentin Grimes all had 30 pieces together.
And I know this isn't likely, Michael, but I'm just kind of curious because we talked about it a little bit the other day.
What?
If somehow just like a miracle, like it would be the Knicks one, probably even more of a miracle, really. But if somehow LeBron added number 5 this year, would it bother you personally? Honestly,
it would bother me personally.
Because all darkness comes to light. So for the basketball gods, dude, I knew 8 years ago.
Yep.
I'm a basketball historian.
Mm-hmm.
People get it twisted that I'm not a basketball savant.
Mm-hmm.
I just have stepped away from the game.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 years ago, I said LeBron's going to pass every major statistical category.
Yeah.
I knew that. I love, Matt knows, I love his style of game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to win, I mean, he could. It will just. That's good for him. That's good for basketball. There's going to be other records are meant to be broken, dude.
Right.
But and like I said, all his personal stuff. That stuff will be shed.
Fair answer.
All I have to say to add to that is
answer.
China.
All I have to say to that is the Masters. The 78th edition.
Hello,
what
friends.
Did you think, honestly, of the intro yesterday?
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
No way.
I didn't hear it.
Let's pull it up. Michael, you're gonna play it or no?
No, I got it. Or whatever.
Let me get it.
Nice.
I can't believe. Was it 2 days ago?
No, it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
It's
Okay,
on
cool.
Facebook.
Cool.
You could just go.
That's not it. This is it.
No, but I'm saying just go to Reels on YouTube.
Oh, good call. Look how he's so smart.
It's a reel on YouTube?
Yeah.
Just watch it right here.
Okay. I mean, I could pull it up. So
This way everyone can hear it.
That was fucking awesome. That's hilarious.
I knew you would like it. Oh man, nothing like the Masters.
It is so dope, dude. It's just a sign that spring is here, dude. No, the other sign is when you get to wear the Downtime TV windbreaker with nothing underneath. It's just the windbreaker.
There we go.
That's it, dude.
But yeah, this is the best. So pumped for
That's
the weekend. So much going on. The
know.
Yanks, the Masters, Easter will definitely be a great time. Michael, what are we talking about on Screen Time today? Coming up at 12 Eastern.
All right. So as you know, folks, I am producing today. Tony is on sabbatical. Not really though.
Calling in or no? Maybe for a sec. Maybe.
No, he's making breakfast, dude.
I don't think so, man. I think he's gonna spend time with the family.
Okay.
Well deserved.
Okay.
Yep. So we are. I have it in the description. Barbie trailer, Indiana Jones trailer, Ahsoka trailer, which is Star Wars. There's big Star Wars news in general from Dave Filoni to James Mangold to Daisy Ridley, as well as School of Rock 20th anniversary. Jack Black says the cast is reuniting. Mando recap. And what are we watching? It's a segment. Like, what am I watching? What are they watching? And then this other segment, where are they now?
I really like that. What are we watching? Because that gives everybody ideas. Because sometimes you just can't.
It's tough.
Can't think of it,
dude. It's tough.
Too many things. Sometimes, like when I sit with my parents, whenever that, like, we have nights like that. Sometimes, never know what to do.
Yeah,
never know what to throw on.
No, that is great stuff. All you guys do such a great job with that show. So definitely keep an eye out for that. 12 Eastern.
Is Manny coming for that?
Manny and Jay will be in studio.
Wow. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Wow. So good stuff there. One last leaderboard update on the way out. Koepka still at 10 under, leading the way. Jason Day, Victor Hovland, John Rahm all tied at 7 under. And then behind them, Colin Morikawa, Jordan Spieth, Cam Young, all tied at 5 under par. So a star-studded leaderboard at the top of Augusta National, and we will see if Tiger can rebound from that disappointing 2 over par from yesterday's round, and see how the weather plays a factor over the weekend. And I can't wait to recap it all with you guys on Monday, as well as the Yankees series with the Orioles. And as always, Matthew, just great having you in studio.
So, bro, it's the Friday tradition. Nothing like it.
Can't beat it.
Love
Can't beat it.
The time of year too where we're at.
Yeah,
the weather, sports,
absolutely.
So if you guys haven't seen, go check out the teaser trailer that Tony was talking about earlier. It's Mighty Morphin Power Plumbers. Renee did a great job on the thumbnail, and we did a great job in general. Be on the lookout. Turn all your notifications on. I'm talking from Instagram to TikTok to Twitter to Instagram to Facebook to YouTube. Have them all on so you know you're the first person when it drops on April 18th. That's what you want to be. That's what you got to do. Should I just close this out?
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. Make sure you sub, like, comment, share with your friends. The road to 1K, guys.
Get a little springtime merch.
Get a little merch.
DowntimeTV.com.
Matt's wearing one of our beautiful pieces right there. We've got some new ones. And yeah, guys, we love you. Make sure you watch the Masters, and we will see you
on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what